From a village in Tambuwal to the chambers of power in Abuja and the governorship seat of Sokoto State, this is the story of a lawyer, legislator, and statesman whose voice has echoed across Nigeria. Born in Tambuwal village, Sokoto State, Aminu Waziri Tambuwal's path began in classrooms and local mosques. He attended Tambuwal Primary School and Government Teachers College before studying law at Usman Danfodio University and being called to the bar.
Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, the time I taught him, he was one of the best students that I ever met in my life. He was very brilliant and a hard-working student.
Those early years framed a restless curiosity, a hunger for education and public life.
I have known him to be an astute, young and upcoming legal practitioner who was practicing then in Sokoto. He had this people-oriented feeling, always wanting to serve. And it was that feeling that explained why he chose to really go the way of politics, and we can all see the evidence.
I met him as a lawyer, and I remember very well that during that time when he was practicing law, whenever AWT, Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal, has a matter in court, he will not sleep all through the night. He will be doing research upon research to see the best way to tackle any issue that is his matter. And one thing you cannot take away from him is that he's always punctual when he's going to court. He's so diligent in what he does. And that you will see it in politics, and very strategic. The strategy in tackling matter in court, I can tell you that in fact, it transported it into politics.
Tambuwal entered the House of Representatives in 2003, representing Tambuwal and Kebbi. Over 12 years, he rose through the ranks, becoming Deputy Chief Whip, and in 2011, the Speaker of the House of Representatives.
He's actually my leader, because he was a member of the principal officers before I became Speaker. So we had a very good relationship from that time. Becoming Speaker, he actually adopted me as his brother in a way that I didn't expect. And during the tough times of those days, I don't think I would have survived without him. He managed to maneuver the affairs of the House of Representatives with dignity at that time.
One thing I can say about Senator Tambuwal is that he's a very good administrator. That I give to him. There's no day during our tenure that he will not call me in the morning as soon as he enters the National Assembly. Leader, are you in the office? I'll say yes. So he knows that once he is there and I'm there, then we're ready to go. I can say he's a man of vision. You know, he's somebody who is blessed.
As Speaker, Tambuwal became known for his parliamentary stewardship at a time of intense national debate, balancing party tensions and the demands of a change in polity.
Presiding over 360 members of the House of Representatives is like running a miniature Nigeria. And I can say that because as soon as he left, I took over the seat from him. And I can tell you it's not a job you want to do twice. But he was able to preside with uncommon wisdom. And he was able to unite all members across party lines. And because of his love for fairness and justice, at times, he was willing to pay the price regardless of party affiliation, in order to stand for justice.
Tambuwal is a man of courage. As Speaker of the House of Representatives, he led the House with so much courage and independence. He gave the House independence. He confronted national issues with patriotism, zeal, and commitment, to the Republic, and of course to the sustenance of democracy.
In 2015, Tambuwal left the National Legislature for executive office. Elected Governor of Sokoto State, where he served 2 terms until 2023. His administration prioritized education, health, agriculture, and infrastructure, often presenting budgets framed as accomplishments and sustainable development.
Aminu has really left a mark in the state that nobody can erase it. Look at the women inclusion in his administration. It's been on record and in the history of the state that it is only his administration that has appointed three female commissioners and in sensitive ministries. It is only in his administration that we have recorded 71 to 72 women councillors in Sokoto State. We inherited only 1 permanent secretary, and before he left, we had 3 female permanent secretaries. For special assistants, I think the number is uncountable, talk less of members of governing boards and directors in our state.
Aminu is a seasoned statesman whose life, both in private and public, is predicated on courage, competence, humility, and performance. His respect for tradition and traditional institutions, and his ability to be open when it comes to discussions and dialogues makes him a distinct personality when it comes to governance. Debates are allowed during his tenure to the extent that we take hours. There are times when memos are withdrawn based on the strength of the arguments at the Executive Council sessions. I've observed that several times. Superior arguments will always endear his heart into taking decisive action on any memo that is there, even if that memo is from him.
Like many public leaders, Tambuwal's record includes successes admired by many and controversies raised by critics, a reminder of the complexity of public service.
So Aminu, nice guy to work with, and till tomorrow, I appreciate our working relationship because it was guided by sincerity of purpose, honesty, and oneness, and of course a determination to sustain the nation state called Nigeria.
Beyond his state, Tambuwal became a national actor, chairing the PDP Governors Forum at times and participating in party and national conversations on security and governance.
Aminu Waziri Tambuwal was a fantastic friend, a loyal patriot, and a dutiful Nigerian. So it wasn't difficult for me when I was leaving as the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum to go against the grain and say to my colleagues that I wanted Aminu Waziri Tambuwal to step into my shoes as the acting chairman and eventually the chairman of the Nigerian Governors Forum.
In both public and private, those who know him point to humility, prayerfulness, and an insistence on education as hallmarks of his character.
Aminu's life is all about making sacrifice for people. It's not about self. It has never been. Even his recent decisions were characterized by nothing else other than feeling for the people. If he had chosen to be opportunistic, he would have been somewhere now, certainly not in opposition.
Integrity is one of the most important things he has installed, not just in me, but in a lot of people around him, you know. You see, they say people copy you without even realizing. A lot of people that work with him can tell you one thing he doesn't compromise is integrity and family values. You know, these are two things. So they fall all under everything. I think so. It affects his day-to-day life.
A career that spans village classrooms to national leadership leaves a mixed but unmistakable imprint.
I happen to be the childhood friend of distinguished Senator Aminu Waziri Tambuwal. We started 3 of us. One of the other person is late now. So anytime we're having anything, whether conflict or anything, we always go back to Aminu for resolution. Since when we were children, he's always the leader. And that we don't even know how it comes. We never sat down and said, okay, between us, you are the leader. But just the leadership is just there.
For supporters, Tambuwal is a reformer and education champion. For critics, a figure whose record must be scrutinized, yet the thread that runs through is service.
I believe Tambuwal is cut out for a job for this nation. I believe he's a future Nigerian president. I believe so. I strongly believe so. Because you hardly see him defining you from a narrow perspective of tribe, of religion, of party. You could see this is someone that understands the Nigerian polity so well that he has Igbo friends, Hausa friends, Yoruba friends, very close friends.
I mean, Waziri Tambuwal and I had a long relationship. I will say since the return of civil rule or democratic rule. And we have interacted in many stages of his political life or political career. I found him level-headed, very consistent, and also very, very sincere. His sense of loyalty is also exceptional. And we have had several political battles together, and which we overcame. And the relationship has been more than friendly, maybe elder brother, younger brother kind of thing.
A life in public office is never simple. Aminu Waziri Tambuwal's journey, from Tambuwal village to the corridors of power, is a story of ambition, service, and the persistent hope that leadership can change lives.